you've been online for any amount of time, you definitely will have seen this amp right here. This is the Marshall DSL 100HR. And today, I'm going to be asking the question, is this amp still relevant in 2026? But more importantly, is this amp relevant when it comes to high gain metal tones? Today, we'll be checking that out. We're going to be doing that by checking this amp out in a full modern produced mix. Before we get to that full mix, for those of you who don't know who I am, hi, my name is Dante. I'm a guitar player and bass player turned audio engineer looking to check out new pieces of gear and cool pieces of gear, just like this Marshall here, to give you guys an inside scoop and to see what kind of cool things we can do with cool gear. Now with that being said, let's hop into the full mix. Now that we have a full mix and master and introduction out of the way, let's take a look at the specs of this amp for those of you who may not have seen this amp before. So obviously, this is a Marshall. It's the DSL 100HR, so it's kind of like the newer, updated version. I forget when these came out. The HR version came out. I should say the AR version came out. But these amps have been around for quite a while. Just the whole lineup in general has been up for a while now. But this one here, obviously, it's 100 watts. At full power, and then there is also a half power switch, so it knocks it down to about 50 watts. Since it is all tube, it does have tubes in the preamp and power amp section. It has ECC 83s in the preamp section and NEL 84s in the power section, so pretty standard, kind of what you would expect for a Marshall British style amp, if that makes any sense. It is a 2-channel amp, but it does have 2 modes per channel, so this kind of does make it a 4-channel amp. So on channel 1, you got clean. And crunch. And then on channel 2, it's going to be OD1. And OD2. And you can use the 2 mini buttons on there to switch between the 2 voices on the channel. You do have the standard speaker outs that you kind of anticipate to see on any kind of tube head. It does have an emulated out. I didn't use that in the full mix. I did run this through a real cab, a 212 PV cab with a V30 creamback combo. I mic'd up the creamback with the V30. Oh no, I mic'd up the creamback with an SM57. That's what the signal chain was. When it comes to miking it up, I did boost the amp with Boss Super Overdrive, the yellow one. It does come with a foot switch, 2-button foot switch, which is cool. You have the channel switch and the effects loop, and that's basically the basic rundown of this amp here. What made me want this amp initially when it was announced forever ago is because it's Marshall. Marshall is a very kind of iconic name in the music industry. It is so popular, in fact, that even non-musicians or people kind of not really in, this deep to audio or just music in general know this name. And plus, we know pretty much Marshalls sound good no matter what, so that's also another reason why. And also, probably the biggest selling point on this amp is the price. I probably should have had the price pulled up here. I'm a professional YouTuber, I promise. Yeah, so this amp is currently $899.99 on Sweetwater as I'm recording this video, so that may or may not change depending on when you're watching this video, but that is currently the price, so it is under $1,000, which is awesome for an all tube head. And what's also cool about this amp is there's really no frills to it. There's no series parallel switch for the effects loop. There is no, built-in gate. There is no built-in overdrive. There is no XLR output with, multiple IRs attached to it. It's literally just plug and play, turn it on, and you just fiddle with a handful of knobs and you're done. Obviously, I've been having tone clips throughout this entire video, and obviously with those tone clips and with a fully produced mix, I do believe and with a full certainty that this amp is still relevant in 2026, especially for people who love using real amps, particularly tube amps, because tube amps are just perfect. And obviously this is my first experience with a full tube head in my own possession. I have played with tube amps before, whether that's be at a friend's house or at an actual studio when interning. So yeah, this is just a really great amp. Sounds really good too. But yeah, so if you guys like this video, feel free to like, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications to stay updated with what I'm doing when it comes to checking out new gear, or not new gear, but checking out gear like this, whether it be old, new, whether it be coming to amps, cabs, speakers, microphones, whatever that may be. If there's a topic you guys want me to touch on or a piece of gear you guys want me to check out, let me know in the comment section below so I can see what I can do for you guys. And if you guys are also an artist or a band in need of mixing or mastering services, click the first link in the description box below to be taken to my website to find a way to contact me. Let's work together and work on something cool. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Rock on, guys.